Hello, this is Brian Hegney, Instructor of Communication at High Point University. We are looking at a 2D game, creating a 2D game using Unreal's 2D game platform template. And, these little things are cool, I guess. But what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how easy it is to switch these out. Let me just, oops, didn't want to do that. Sorry. Let me delete this, delete it. Okay, so oopsie daisy. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to go to my textures panel and I'm going to import a PNG that you have that should have transparency. Double click that. Okay, so this image should come in with, a transparent background, and I'm just going to set compression settings to user interface 2D and the texture group to UI, and save that. And what I'm going to do now, this is a texture. This is not something we can really bring in here yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do sprite and say create sprite. And I'm going to bring this sprite into my sprites folder here. And now I'm going to double click this. And here is my sprite. And here's my region. And here's my collision. All right, so what this shows is actually if I were to drag this out, this sprite into my world and put it there, let's say there, let's just put it right there. Now it sets it at -300. It sets it at a weird place. It depends on what your settings are, but notice if these are 0, these little sprites are 0. So what I'm actually going to do is set this to y equals 0 and hit enter there. Now if I were to play this, I can now, I now actually walk on this little ledge. Wonderful. But I don't love it because I kind of want to make my, it looks like I'm on top of the ledge, and it just doesn't look very believable. So I'm going to hit escape out of there. I'm going to double click into this and actually do a little bit more to this. This region is fine. I want to see this much of the platform. It's the collision that I'm not loving. And so what I'm going to do is select each one of these nodes, and maybe I'll place this collision, or I'll place the top of it here. And there. If I do that and move this in here, this should actually, and move this here. Now this is going to allow me to, this is all I'm going to hit for this collision, for this object. So I'll actually be walking in the middle of the top platform, and that might actually look pretty good. I'm going to just move this up so that it's perfectly aligned here. There we go. I'll save that. And now when I play this, oops, well, that's kind of cool. I actually want to be on the other side of this. Okay, so let me actually go into perspective mode and see what's going on here. Oh yes, oh yes. This little guy is at -13, so I'll set him at 1. And if I set him at 1, it's just a little bit more in front of this if that's set to 0. And if I play this, oh good. Now I'm slightly in front of that thing, but there we go. And so the point here would be, now I'm going to populate my world with these rather than the ready-made blocks. And it's just going to look, obviously it's going to look a lot cooler, right? So I'm just going to pause the video and populate that, and you'll see how that looks. Alright, so I just replaced some of those little thingies with the platforms, with the this other platform I found that looks a little Marsish, a little alienish, and you'll just see, you know, they work exactly the same way. You just replace them out, and I can jump from platform to platform. And, you know, it works the same way. Alright, so yeah, and you know, you don't have to do platforms, right? Like this could just be, maybe I will rotate this way in the background, right? Maybe this is like mountain scene, right? And maybe you're building, you know, again, maybe you don't want to use platforms. That's totally fine. Come on. Sorry, I need to move this to delete that. Maybe yours isn't really about platforms. Whoops, why can't I go? Uh-oh, I'm not able to move. Oh, oops, negative 100, there we go. Oops, 100. Oops, wrong one. Shoot. This should be moved way back there. This, you could delete that, right? So, like, you don't have to make this be such a literal platform, exactly the same sizes as your other things. This could be set to be 1. Let's just delete that, delete that, delete that. This could be scaled taller, x, y, like 3. 3? Yeah. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. This should be set to 0. This should be set to 1. It is. There we go. Right? So again, I just wanted to point out, you don't need platforms all the time to be so as literal as they were previously. And then your whole world, like it's up to you to make this level make sense, right? So that's it. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you create wonderful little worlds. All right, bye-bye.